What's up everyone, Darcblade here bringing you some Last of Us news. This is in regards to the Grounded Bundle DLC that has been announced by Naughty Dog today. This could be possibly the last DLC for The Last of Us, so it's quite exciting. There's a lot in this DLC. This is also the final DLC that will be included on the Season Pass. So any future DLC, if they do release it, you will have to pay for, regardless of if you have bought a Season Pass or not. A lot of the DLC is focused towards the faction mode, the multiplayer mode of the game, although there is a nice single player element coming with this DLC. Now before I go into too much detail about what is included in the DLC, there will be new trophies, a mix of single player and multiplayer. Now going into what the DLC contains, firstly it has possibly one of the hardest challenges you'll ever face according to Naughty Dog, in the form of the grounded mode difficulty on single player. They say that the AI will be relentless, smart and brutal, and survival will be near impossible. Completing the grounded mode difficulty might be one of the most difficult trophies you'll ever earn. So Naughty Dog have revealed one trophy in regards to completing grounded mode. If you're not a Season Pass holder though, grounded mode will cost you about $5 standalone. That's about £3.50 in the UK. Going into a bit more detail about what comes with the grounded DLC. Firstly, the Reclaimed Territories map pack. This is 4 new maps for the multiplayer. The maps are the Wharf, which is set in the rusted out docks where Joel first encountered Robert in the single player. We're told this map has full of good opportunities for climbing, flanking and stealth. Next is the Capitol. Set in Boston, the Capitol features a lot of indoor and outdoor gameplay. It encourages the intelligent use of flanking apparently. Next is the Coal Mine, which is set in Colorado and has a winter feel to it. It's supposed to be a spacious map, maybe good for sniping. It also includes a dynamic snowstorm that will kick up, that will obscure players' views. And lastly, there's the Water Tower that is set in Lincoln, and it has 2 primary choke points for deadly face-to-face confrontations. Now, of course, if you've got the Season Pass, this map pack will be free. Unfortunately, if you don't have the map pack, then you'll be looking to spend around $10, which is about £5 to £6 in the UK. Next is the Survivalist Weapon Bundle. This is a set of new weapons for the multiplayer. Now, most of these weapons you have to purchase mid-match, so you won't necessarily get to start with them. But anyway, the 4 new weapons include the Spectre, which is a silenced assault rifle, great for stealth stalkers. This is one of the weapons you have to buy during the match. Next is a double barrel shotgun. This is pretty much what it sounds like, it's a double barrel shotgun. It's only 1 loadout point, but again, you have to buy this during a match and not before. Next is the Enforcer. That looks a bit like a Desert Eagle. It's supposed to be a highly accurate pistol, but will cost you an extra loadout point. But it sounds like you can have this from the start of the match. You can have this as your basic weapon. And lastly is the Launcher. This fires small explosives in the vein of a homemade potato gun. Unfortunately, again, this is a gun you have to purchase during the match, mid-match, with parts you find. Now again, if you've got a Season Pass, you won't have to pay any extra for this. But unfortunately, if you're not a Season Pass holder, this will cost you around $6, which is probably around £3 to £4 in the UK. Next, there are 2 survival skill bundles that come with the DLC. There's a situational survival skill bundle, which includes the following. The first situational survival skill is agility. This allows you to climb and vault and move faster while you're crouching. Next is awareness. You get to see enemy name tags before they see yours, and they remain on screen for several seconds while you're taking fire. Next is fortitude. When you're downed and bleeding out, you'll bleed out slower. You'll have more health while you're down too. Also, in the later levels, you'll gain extra parts each time you heal, as well as an extra health pack. And lastly, there's scavenger. You automatically pick up ammo and supplies and increase the drops from enemies with this skill. Next is the Professional Survival Skill Bundle. With this bundle you'll get Gunslinger. Equip this skill to start each spawn with more pistol ammo. This will increase the higher the skill is. Next is Bomb Expert. Your bombs will explode more quickly and you'll be immune to the stun effect of your own smoke bombs as you level up this ability. Next is Executioner. If you like to execute people, you'll love this ability as you'll earn more parts for shiv kills and special executions. You'll also gain extra shivs each time you craft the shiv as you level up this ability. And lastly, there's Damage Marker. This means when you shoot at someone and hit them with a bullet, you'll automatically mark them. You'll also earn double points for actually actively marking enemies. Now again, these are both free for Season Pass holders. Unfortunately, if you don't own a Season Pass, each one of these packs will cost you $4, which is about £2 in the UK. Now overall the weapon and skill packs are very good, and they fill gaps in the current skill sets that are available on the multiplayer. They will hopefully allow for a much more wide variety of loadouts that we see players use. The only two major concerns I have though about the weapon and skill ability DLC is that they do seem quite powerful. I'm hoping that they don't overpower the current skills and weapons that come with the game, because this will also, and this is my second point, this will also put people who don't purchase the DLC at a disadvantage, and I don't want the multiplayer to turn into something that you can pay to win. Anyway, moving on to the final aspect we get with the DLC, and that is we will all, non-season pass holders included, be getting a new weapon, the full auto rifle. This will be free for everyone. It's a fully automatic rifle modified from the burst rifle. And from the looks of it, this weapon will be available from the start of matches from the basic loadouts. You don't have to actually purchase this mid-match. At least that's the impression I'm getting from the information I read. Now if you're interested to see how any of these weapons or abilities work, Naughty Dog are streaming over on their Twitch channel on April 24th, so go check it out to see the DLC in action. The other thing is that Naughty Dog have given us no release date for this DLC, but it shouldn't be too long until this DLC is released, because they have also told us that if you're interested in getting the Season Pass, then do so before May 13th, as the Season Pass will be taken off the PlayStation Store on May 13th, and you'll no longer be able to purchase it. If you do get the Season Pass, you'll save a lot of money when buying all the DLC that's available for The Last of Us. So it's well worth doing if you're into The Last of Us, and especially The Last of Us multiplayer. Overall, I'm quite excited about this DLC. To be honest, each aspect of this DLC could be released in its own single capacity, but I'm glad they've lumped it all together into this big bundle called the Grounded bundle. I'm especially excited about the new difficulty for The Last of Us single player. I really hope it's challenging. Survivor difficulty was hard, but it was doable. I just want to see if the Grounded difficulty makes things even tougher. Anyway, as always, I'll leave a link down in the description below where you can check out all information on the DLC. And until next time, I've been Darcblade, bringing you information about the Grounded Bundle DLC for The Last of Us. Hope you enjoyed the video, thanks for watching, subscribe and like for more.